Rhett and Link, YouTube pioneers who have innovated the platform through mixing traits of old and new media, bringing together audiences that span generations through entertainment, pop culture, and food. But where did they start? What inspired their journey, and what do they do now?
Let's talk about that.
I want you to start off by going on YouTube and just searching Good Mythical Morning.
Okay, so Good Mythical Morning, was this the original or is this a new thing?
Essentially, their main channel is Good Mythical Morning.
Got it.
But as you rightly pointed out, this is not technically their main channel because this is Good Mythical Morning. This is not Rhett and Link. So let's head over to Rhett and Link.
Oh, this is great.
1 month ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Never mind.
They got a mill. It was about 2013, 2014, their peak.
Right, 13 years ago. Holy moly.
So there are what I consider 2 eras of Rhett and Link. The first era is the Rhett and Link era, and the second era is the GMM era.
Right, and so most people now are Good Mythical Morning frogs because that's like where they are now.
Yes, this is one of the first videos that they uploaded on their channel. This is a music video called the Unibrow song.
Okay, so they started with a music video.
So Rhett and Link does a lot of things, but they do a lot of music.
That's them?
That is them. That's why I wanted you to see them now, because when you look at them then, it's crazy.
Holy moly.
How did I get here in this awkward position? My 2 eyebrows have formed a coalition.
What compelled them? This was their first thing. They were just 2 guys that were like, hey, we're going to make a YouTube video. What's it going to be about? Unibrows. Coming of age. It's just...
Well, so they've known each other since literally elementary school. They've been friends since then, creating music and doing funny things since then. This was actually made in 2001. So 4 years before YouTube was even a thing.
Right.
But they were doing stuff that wasn't music as well. They were doing skits, they were doing interesting ideas, and they were doing things like sneaking onto the Grammys red carpet.
Man, this is, I guess, a YouTuber's bread and butter, huh? Sneaking somewhere. I feel like we see all these British guys do it.
This could be a YouTube video now, and it would do really well.
Totally.
So.
Here at the Staples Center, on the biggest day of music, Rhett and Link on location.
Why do they sound so sad?
Open the record, and this is what you'll find. The most amazing pose in R&B history.
In college, we took pictures of ourselves posing like Lionel in front of Lionel posing like Lionel.
That's me.
Okay, so then they interviewed celebrities and tried to ask them to do that pose, and pretty much no one did, and it was kind of embarrassing.
Oh, that's tough.
On YouTube at the time, people like this weren't posting on YouTube because people like this would just be on TV shows and be like the hosts of TV shows.
Right.
And they did their fair share of that. This is clips from their first TV show that they were on.
Warning, what you're about to see took a lot of planning and supervision.
Don't try this at home. Or anywhere, really.
That's the crazy thing is all shows started like this in that era. Like literally every single one.
What's the most obvious way to stop traffic?
A red light.
An invisible rope.
Someone had to write that.
Rhett now talks a little bit about how he felt at the time. So this is around 2007. They've been uploading on YouTube for a little bit, but by no means are they like huge right now.
I would wake up in the morning, and then like 30 minutes after waking up, I would be like, we're hosting a television show on television. And I would think, that's really cool.
This is also pretty cringy.
Well, yeah, now that I see it. But at the time, it felt incredible. And I actually thought that we looked cool.
It's unfair to laugh at this, right? It was a sign of the times, and they did look cool. It just looks really, really bad now.
I don't know, cool might be...
They looked cool. In 2007, they looked cool, man.
Which actually brings us very nicely onto the next video that I want us to watch. This is a bit of an up in quality, a bit of jump in time. We're in 2013. In this, it's nerd versus geek. This is a good example of what they were like. Like peak Rhett and Link.
Damn, I'll say it. Link is actually dripping for 2023. You dress like this today, people are like, fuck.
What do you think you're doing, nerd?
Did you just call me a nerd? Geek?
Yeah, nerd.
Yes, I am a nerd. Bookworm, I'm studious. From my cerebral cortex to my gluteus. Back in kindergarten, I ate my color.
It's crazy that rap battles was like a conceit on YouTube. It was like epic rap battles came out and everyone's like, yeah, well, we've got to do one, right?
They also did the OCD song. I'm not
60 million views?
Yeah.
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Hello, Mr. Neil. How are you today?
I'm good. Where's the rest of the group?
Oh, it's just you.
I'm the group.
Yes, but don't worry. I don't need anyone else.
That picture frame.
I'll tell you, I did not expect it to go straight into song and dance.
Unequal pizza slices.
I think what I really like about this is I am nostalgic for a different time in the internet where this is for both no one and everyone, right? Because you don't do this anymore. No one's got like sketch comedy where they only do this. It wouldn't make sense, right? It's a different platform now.
It's more than I can take.
The auto-tune is crazy. From someone who had no idea who they were and only like discovered them recently with short form content being promoted is like, to me, they're like two dads with a podcast, right? I didn't even know they were food people because the only clips I've ever seen are them like talking about their kids or their wives or their lives at that desk. And so it's like the fact that they're doing song and dance, the fact that they're like skit YouTubers, it makes no sense to me. It's kind of twisting my brain.
Well, we will no longer twist your brain because we can move on to the GMM era.
Amazing.
It started off called Good Morning Chia Lincoln.
Excuse me? What is Chia Lincoln?
This past weekend.
Because they had a Chia Lincoln.
Oh, I can see. Are they trying to spread propaganda? Chemtrails kill birds? This is their fucking alt-right rabbit hole era.
This past weekend in a small town in Arkansas, between 4,000 and 5,000 birds fell from the sky, dead.
Really? Let's talk about that.
I love it because it's like, yeah, just fucking put it on the internet, bro.
This is, I don't know, they wanted to start talking about news in general, and also chemicals killing birds is the first, like, the pilot episode of your new series is fucking insane.
Yeah.
This is the first episode of Good Mythical Morning when they changed the name a year later, 2000.
They did Good Morning Chia Lincoln for a year?
I think until the Chia Lincoln died, maybe. I don't really know. I didn't look into it that much because it was too much already.
My morning routine is unlike anyone else's on Earth.
Hi, I'm Specialist Hope from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, wait, I haven't noticed. There's been no food stuff yet. Were they doing food on the Chia thing?
Still at this point, I don't think it's food related. The only food related part is that it's supposed to be that you do it during the morning.
Wait, do they actually spin a wheel? You told me about the spin the wheel thing, but is there a wheel that is spun?
Yes, but I don't know. It's in the first one.
It's
That's
in
so
there.
sick. So nowadays it's attached with wheels, and they like the wheel has wheels, and they wheel it in behind them.
Right.
And it's always introduced by a fan saying, "And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality," and then they spin it, and again, I don't know. I think they're just going to do whatever it says in this episode. But they've started a thing that is called Good Mythical More, where the wheel finishes spinning in a different video on a different channel that is linked at the end of this video.
I see. So they do the wheel things on a whole different channel.
Yeah, so they spin the wheel at the end and then say bye, and then it keeps on filming, but that's on a different channel.
It's going to land on something. We don't know what it is, but we're going to do whatever it is that it lands on.
I hope it doesn't land on TBD. That'd be embarrassing for episode 1.
And you said they could suggest things?
Rhett impersonate Link.
So they can tweet us or Facebook us in order to suggest things to replace this.
When I wake up in the morning, I have to make sure that the water is at an optimal.
Is that how he sees his friend? Could you imagine if the impression was so bad or mean-spirited that this was the first and only episode? This is the end of Rhett and Link right here. He goes, hey man, that was really fucked up, dude.
There's a lot now to cover to try and get you to understand what Good Mythical Morning is. So this is the first one.
Let's talk about that.
So obviously that's changed a lot since the 2012
Yeah, there's a
one.
very high quality intro now, and animation and things like that.
So this is a fast food restaurant versus McDonald's versus Burger King.
Classic.
And we're gonna get so healthy in the process.
Yes.
This seems difficult to do 5 days a week. Am I smoking weed? It's like a lot higher.
Off doing this as an easier thing, like back in 2012, completely unedited. Eventually, they just had to come to terms with the fact that GMM is the main channel, and then they just stopped doing Rhett and Link altogether.
Until this year, where there's like a new D&D video, and it's like, wait, what the hell? They're back?
I think they've made such a behemoth of a company and production that they are separate enough from it that they can put their time into other things and do cool stuff on their main channel.
Got
it. Ronald?
I'm McAgent McMac, the detective who's been hunting down the Hamburglar for the last 30 years. Oh, there's Ron as my witness. I will bury him under the McPrison. So that's a Big Mac.
Remember when you used to buy these?
Man, yep.
Hi.
I apologize that my husband could not make it today, so I am here in his stead. His face is busy being everyone's sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am the Burger Queen.
Yes. In this show specifically, they always represent the two different fast foods. They're very funny and do really good, like, they run really good bits whilst Rhett and Link can focus on just, like, eating food and stuff.
I mean, yeah, presumably, like, they wrote that whole thing. And that's why Rhett was so, like, he was laughing. He's surprised, right? All they have to do is show up and fucking read the script and then eat a burg.
The next series is a cheap versus expensive series. Look at all of those thumbnails.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They just do the same thing, and they title every single video exactly the same thing. They don't even say what they're doing a fancy food taste test of. Just watch the intro, because it's a different era, so you get a different haircut, a different vibe.
Right.
Do I have a fancy little tongue?
Let's talk about that.
He got a fancy little tongue.
He's got a fancy little tongue.
Very cool animation.
I thought that this one was one where they chose a fancy one, so I'm going to skip.
There's no moo what? Mooshell and the fancy fan stance. This is like when I tried to explain esports to my mom 10 years ago. It's like, no, you don't get it. It's a MOBA. It's a multiplayer online battle arena.
There's no Mooshell in so many of these. What's going on?
Oh, no. I'm hearing that Mooshell died, though?
Yeah, that's why she's not in some of them. There's a whole backstory with Mooshell that I can't get into in this video. Okay.
Link, why don't you get on up for a fancy pants dance, sir?
So if you choose that, you dance with Mooshell.
So is Mooshell sitting on the side for the entire, what I assume is half an hour? And then just to wait for a fancy pants dance?
You best believe it, yeah. So this series is Guess the Name Brand. The main reason that I wanted to show you this, when you cut to them with all the things in front of them, you'll hear it,
Okay.
As you can see, we can't. I've been told that.
How goated is that for like a catchphrase? It's
Love that.
So good.
Yeah. It's very funny. It makes me laugh.
Okay, this next video is very early GMM. Will it ice cream sandwich?
First, we're going to start with something that I'm pretty excited about. This is frozen peanut butter.
With the entire thing is peanut butter?
The question is,
It's ice cream sandwich.
Oh, that's so much peanut butter.
It looks disgusting to me, but
yeah.
Sell these, buddy.
You gotta sell these.
No, yeah.
I want to eat more of this.
That was so quick. They take a bite, yes. On to the next thing.
This next one coming up, I think it was like one of the best Willits ever. Bacon Willet ice cream sandwich.
Bacon was huge on the internet for a while, man.
You're getting hungry, aren't you? We know the answer to this one.
Will it
Yeah, they're gonna play that before everyone.
sandwich?
I mean, that one's gotta be good. Everyone's gonna know that.
It looks so good.
Lots of bacon, lots of vanilla ice cream, lots of goodness sandwiched together.
Will it ice cream sandwich?
Absolutely.
This is Willet chili, and each one they combine two foods, but actually try and make it taste good.
And they try and make it taste good. So it's not just combined. Like the chefs are like, how do we get this sugar on top and not make it like a weird flavor profile? Okay, very cool, very cool.
So I've got a big chunk right here.
I don't know how to respond.
He's going for a second big bite. What's so interesting to me is they started this show like 12 years ago as two guys standing in front of a microphone. It feels like they've done extra work to make sure that that doesn't change, because it would be so easy to like back up the camera, bring the chef onto it, have them describe the dish, place it on the table, but they specifically have made the choice not to do that. And at first I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, there's all these other people working hard, but now that I've watched it, it's like, no, it has to be. Like, this is my baby. Like, I watch this every morning and it's two guys at a table, and anything else and I'm upset.
100%. Even to the point where they used to have a microphone in between them that was functional. Now, obviously, they don't use that microphone.
Yeah, it's just for design, yeah.
Okay, another series. The concept of this show is they eat weird things from different countries. They each have a dart, and there's a map of the world that has all of the possible countries that it could be.
Right.
And they have to throw, and they get points for how close they are to the real one. But they don't know what the real one is, so they have to try and figure out what the real one is first. And
then they throw towards it. Okay.
Argentina, here I come. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good dart throw.
Today.
That's probably one of the best throws I've ever seen Link do.
The tropical pizza is sold at Domino's in Nigeria.
Oh, we're really splitting the difference.
Well, you're significantly closer.
All right, Rhett, you had 40, and Link, you had 20.
Whoa, Link!
Wow, closer than I thought.
That's it. And then they move on to the next one.
Oh, this is cool. I like this content a lot. Yeah.
All of these episodes have been them at the desk eating foods.
Right.
But that isn't the only thing that they do. So this episode, they eat an interesting thing from a certain state in America, and they have a person representing every single state that is going to say a funny thing about their state, and then they have to throw a basketball at them to choose that as their option.
The arbitrary. I love it. The moving portal makes me feel uncomfortable.
Michigan.
Or the lights, whatever it is.
This is a good representation of they don't just sit at the desk, but they also have a whole entire cast and crew of like really funny people.
Yeah, it's awesome. Is that Cotton Candy Randy? Sorry, chat's spamming Cotton Candy Randy.
Well, I guess if you want to know about Cotton Candy Randy, then I guess I could try and find a Cotton Candy Randy video.
People are saying Happy Cotton Candy Day, Daddy, and stuff like that in chat, and I don't quite understand it.
Here he comes.
Happy Cotton Candy Day, Daddies.
Yep.
I know the parts of your house where the shadows are the darkest.
So that's Cotton Candy Randy, everyone.
Yeah, no, that's very normal. I completely understand. We don't have to bring them up again, chat. It makes perfect sense.
There's no context needed now.
No, I think I holistically understand Cotton Candy Randy. Hey, Happy Cotton Candy Day, Daddy, right? I said it. Now we can move on.
This next one, they ate a Carolina Reaper. The concept of this video is literally just them eating it and their reaction to it, and they just film the whole thing.
Yeah, Link, yeah! Yeah! Punch me in the shoulder!
Dude, just two bros.
Be your mythical best!
Oh, that's a big pepper. It's not a bite.
Oh gosh, guys.
We've been told it peaks at 6 minutes.
It's only been 3. They're halfway to the peak.
They did a sensory deprivation tank.
You're alive. Hey, dude. You okay?
They also both got vasectomies together.
Wow.
We got a brosectomy.
Let's talk about it.
They both get vasectomies.
Yeah.
That's the whole video. It's so sick.
Drinking each other's pee?
I'm gonna get a mouthful and I'm gonna spit it in here so we can see how clean it is. Really?
Oh. Clean.
Kind of. So the thing you have to do with the live water in between is basically it filters it, and there's like a compartment of the water that is like the horrible, toxic, disgusting water.
Yeah.
But you have to empty the live water straw every time.
Clear it.
So you blow out to clear it. So
Yeah.
you just cleared it out into there, all of the horrible toxic.
What is the yellow?
I don't want to know.
Oh, what are you doing? Why is no one else freaking out? Red is just watching.
They think he's doing a bit, and then they realize he's actually drinking it, and everyone goes crazy.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was the wrong end.
Why are these guys in a bathtub? Why would he drink that? What the fuck is happening?
Someone in chat mentioned it, and I was hoping it was in this compilation. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
This whole thing is very funny.
Okay, Snot Mike Puff Tea.
Snot like a hottie. Snot like a hottie.
Oh, I think the game is fun, but I think the mouthpiece is just too sexual for me. And maybe it's my problem, but it's just
your problem,
something
100%.
about it.
That's crazy.
I would not want to play this with my family.
Also, do you get what it's supposed to be, Stanz, I assume?
Snot Mike Up. Snot Mike Up Puff Tea. No idea. What is it? Can chat hear what I'm saying?
Oh my god, Stanz's link. That's insane.
Snot Micah Puffy. It's not
Micah Puffy.
It's not my.
It's not Micah Puffy.
It's not Michael Puffy, dude. Famous actor. I have no fucking idea. But you have to know that I was dropped in my head. No, it's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. The phrase. Yeah, there you go. Here's the problem. I'm reading snot Mike up puff tea so many times. That's what makes it harder, right? When you see the words, right?
That is crazy that you didn't get it. I've never realized how much you are like Link until right now.
No.
Before we end this deep dive,
you have 33 seconds.
Oh my god, I didn't realize 33 seconds. Okay, before we end this deep dive, I have a list of things that I didn't really get a chance to talk about properly that we should have touched on.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on Cotton Candy Randy and Michelle, which is good.
Yeah.
Chase, Stevie, Emily, Matt. We didn't even talk about the fact that every time Rhett says Tokyo, he has to say Tokyo for as long as he can, and it closes up on his camera.
Of course.
We didn't talk about the YouTube Red series called Buddy System that they started that was on Good Mythical Morning.
Yes.
Good Mythical More, Mythical Kitchen, Ear Biscuits, which is a podcast that they have. Podcast has a link with his dad. Link has a podcast with his dad as well. Hot Dog is a Sandwich is another podcast that is on Mythical Kitchen.
You're done!
They own Smosh. They have
I don't want to even think about Smosh.
And finally, they made this commercial back in 2011 on a TV series that they had called Tax Kings, and it is the Chuck Tester meme.
You probably thought this deer was alive, and this coyote was alive, and this pheasant was alive. Nope, they're not. They're dead. Ojai Valley Taxidermy.
Look at that antelope driving a car.
Nope, it's just Chuck Testa.
Oh no, there's a bear in my bed.
Nope, Chuck Testa.
There's a leopard feeding on an impala out on my deck.
Nope, just Chuck Testa.
Phenomenal acting.
Did that rhino just order a drink?
Nope.
Chuck Testa does not taxidermize pets.